What a way to start off the weekend series for the Toronto Blue Jays. A big-time 12-4 whomping of the Boston Red Sox there last night at Rogers Center. I told you guys I was not going to be able to do a video for you, but I found a way. I had to try and find a way to get these videos out to you guys because what a ball game last night. You know, with the 12-4 win, the Jays improved to 58-49 on the year. Look, the Rays won, the Yankees won, the Oakland A's won. So the Jays needed to go out there and beat the Boston Red Sox. But good news, they did. Second of all, the Seattle Mariners lost to the Yankees. I mean, you can kind of take a positive out of that. The Jays now have a 2-game lead over Seattle, so they're kind of in the rearview mirror at this point, which is great news. Now it's just us, the Yankees, and Oakland that are really fighting for that spot right now because I think the Oakland A's now are like 4.5 out, where the Jays are sitting at 2.5. So it looks pretty good with the 12-4 win today over the Boston Red Sox. A great start to, as we talked about in the last video, one of the most crucial series of the year. It didn't start out, though, great. It really didn't. Top of the fourth inning, Xander Bogaerts is a sacrifice fly. Alex Verdugo comes in to score off of Alek Manoah. Then in the top half of the fifth inning, Kike Hernandez, it's an RBI single. Marwin Gonzalez comes in to score, and it's 2-0 Red Sox. And to that point, through four, the Jays have got 2 hits against Nathan Eovaldi. They have really got nothing going to this point. But then in the bottom of the fifth inning, and how many times have we talked about how important the bottom of the lineup is to getting a rally going or to spark a team? We talk about it from the 2015 team. How many times did Ryan Goins get things going? Kevin Pillar getting on base and turn the lineup over to those freaks at the top of the lineup, and they do a job. So what do we see in the bottom half of the fifth inning? You see an Alejandro Kirk leadoff double. Then a Randal Grichuk double. Then a Breivik Valera double. So by the way, on the Grichuk double, Kirk scores, making it 2-1. Then in the Breivik Valera double down the right field line that barely stayed fair, in comes Randal Grichuk. And just like that, the bottom of the lineup has tied the game at 2. Big time, because now it turns the lineup over as the Blue Jays look to do some big-time damage. A couple batters later, Bo Bichette hits a ball deep to right field. I think he thought it was going to leave the ballpark, but it goes off the wall. Sorry, guys. Breivik Valera comes in to score, and the Jays have now taken a 3-2 lead just like that. But they weren't done. Teoscar Hernandez comes up a few batters later, and he doubles to the left field gap. Vladdy scores. Bo goes headfirst dive into home. He's safe. Jays now take a 5-2 lead, but they weren't done. You know, then Lourdes Gurriel Jr. comes up and he hooks one to left field, and you can see the replay. Probably every fan was on the line trying to say, is it going to stay fair? Is it going to stay fair? And it does. And Gurriel gets the 2-run bomb. Teoscar Hernandez comes in to score, and the Jays now lead it 7-2. Then the Red Sox bring in Hansel Robles, and he hits Randal Grichuk with the very first pitch. Not happy about it, clearly, where the Toronto Blue Jays bench. Robles starts walking towards the Jays, and I see Alek Manoah basically almost hop the fence. And I'm thinking, this guy is 6'6", 250. Do you really want to start walking towards this guy? Vladdy's jacked up. Berrios is off the bench, but he's trying to push him back and hold his boys back. And gets a little bit of fire there, and I don't blame them because literally you just scored a 7 spot against this team. And the first pitch that comes in is a fastball, and he drills Randal Grichuk almost on the hands, it looked like. So I don't blame them for getting angry, but don't worry about it. You know what happens after that? You know what's great? And then my mom always said this saying, don't get mad, get even with it. So a couple batters later, George Springer's like, all right, Robles, I'm just going to hit an RBI double down the left field line. It's a ground rule double, unfortunately. But Grichuk and Alejandro Kirk come in to score on the play. And the Jays now lead at 9-2. They're feeling real good. Top of the 6th inning with Ryan Brucke coming out of the bullpen. He gives up a two-run home run to Hunter Renfroe. It's 9-4, and we're all like, okay, bullpen, here we go. This is going to be a roller coaster finish, but no. Rafael Dolis came out there after that, was very, very good. You know, had a couple walks, gave up a hit over an inning and a third, but didn't allow any runs to cross, so it's a great job from him. Bottom of the 6th inning in the next half after the 2-run shot from Hunter Renfroe. Teoscar Hernandez It's an RBI single up the middle. They were playing the infield, and it's a little chopper up the middle, not a big deal. Marcus Semien comes in to score to get one of those 2 runs right back. It is now a 10-4 Blue Jays lead. And in the next inning, the bottom of the 7th inning, George Springer hits one to the right center gap. It was a misplay by Renfroe and Kike Hernandez. No one wanted to pick the ball up, and it rolls all the way to the wall. Springer gets a triple on the play. Grichuk ends up scoring, and the Jays extend their lead. It's now 11-4. Bottom of the 8th inning, off of the position player pitching. Alejandro Kirk gets a sacrifice fly. Teoscar Hernandez comes in to score, and the Blue Jays tack on another. It's now 12-4, and the bullpen just kind of being sound the rest of the way. You love to see it, Jays fans. All right, let's get to the offense, because my God, I think they had 17 hits and 6 strikeouts today. That is phenomenal. Let's get through this. Here we go. I'm going to look up because I have my notes here. George Springer went 2 for 5 in the ballgame with 3 RBIs. Marcus Semien went 2 for 5 with a run scored. Bo Bichette, 2 for 5 with a run scored and an RBI. Teoscar Hernandez went 3 for 5 with 2 runs scored and 3 RBIs. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. went 2 for 5 with a run scored, 2 RBIs, and a home run. And this is where the kicker comes in. This is where this team really stepped it up yesterday and led this team to victory. Alejandro Kirk went 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored, an RBI, and a walk. Randall Grichuk went 2 for 4 with 3 runs scored and an RBI. Breivik Valero went 2 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI. Your bottom 3 guys in the lineup combined, math. Was that 11? 6 for 11. That's fantastic. You know, and they really did a job for George Springer, Marcus Semien, and Bo. Like, obviously, Springer had 3 RBIs in the game today. I wonder why. He had a fantastic game, as always. And the Blue Jays knock on, something like 17 hits in the ball game. They scored 12 runs, and they scored 9 runs in the bottom half of the 5th inning after getting nothing going through the first 4. That is how dangerous this Blue Jays offense is. You may keep them down for a few innings, but they will keep fighting. They will keep scrapping. And they scored a 9 spot against Nathan Eovaldi in the Boston Red Sox. In that 5th. It's crazy because Eovaldi was pitching great. 2 hits through 4, and then, boom, just exploded the rest of the way, and the Jays got to him. Now let's get to the pitching side of things, because in a 12-4 win, you're not really going to talk a lot about the pitching, or the focal point wasn't really the pitching. Alek Manoah got the ball in this game, easily the biggest start of his young career. He went 5 innings, allowed 4 hits, 2 runs, 4 strikeouts, and walked 3 guys. He wasn't as spot on as we've seen him in the past. But again, like we said about Robbie Ray in his last outing, 5 innings, a 2-run ball, I'll take that any day of the week. So a good job for Manoah battling and finding a way to give us a quality start through 5 innings. And Ryan Borucki, like I mentioned, went 2/3 inning, allowed 2 hits, 2 runs on the 2-run shot from Hunter Renfroe, struck out 1 and walked 1. So he wasn't all that great in his outing, but Rafael Dolis, as I mentioned, came out there, an inning and a third, 1 hit, couple walks, couple strikeouts, no runs doing for him. And a good sight for Jays fans, Brad Hand went a clean inning, allowed 1 hit, struck out a couple batters, no runs, no walks, so a good job for him. And Taylor Saucedo, he absolutely needed this inning of work today. After going, in the 8-6 win over Cleveland, he allowed the 5 hits and 4 runs and didn't get a single out. Didn't get hit all that hard, but allowed 5 hits and 4 runs and didn't get a single out. Today, or I guess last night, went a clean inning, no hits, no walks, a strikeout. So a good bounce back outing for Taylor Saucedo. This is a big game for the Blue Jays pitching staff. The reason I say that, Brad Hand in his first 2 outings of the Blue Jays has not been very good. Went a clean inning today. Taylor Saucedo, obviously, had that horrendous outing a couple days ago, had a clean inning today. Rafael Dolis, as much as he's been very good lately, hasn't had a great season overall, so going an inning in the third of clean ball. That's very nice to see. But Ryan Borucki, I'm still not quite sure where he's at. But again, the Jays bullpen overall wasn't too bad today. The fact that you had that massive lead, you can allow Borucki to give up that 2-run home run. But the great news for Jays fans, no Romano was used, no Trevor Richards was used, no Tim Mayza was used, no Adam Simber was used, and all those names have not been used, and you have a double header today. Game 1 goes at 3:07. It's Robbie Ray on the mound for the Blue Jays and Nick Pivetta on the mound for the Bo Sox. And in Game 2, this is going to be a damn good pitching matchup. Jose Berrios gets the ball for the Blue Jays, and Tanner Houck, 7:07 first pitch there at Rogers Center. And this is the big part of the series, guys. Winning 1 game is great, But you have a chance right now. If you go out there and you win these 2 7-inning games later today, not only do you win the series, you know, you win the 2 games today, and you're sitting what, 2 or 3? No, you be 2 games back of the Boston Red Sox. I mean, it's pretty wild how this can change if the Jays go out there today and they win both 7-inning games. We get to take it 1 game at a time. Ray and Pivetta, excuse me, guys. Ray and Pivetta go in game 1 at 3:07. Berrios and Hook at 7:07. And here we go, Jays fans. I'll probably talk to you if the game. Well, since it's a 7-inning game, I might be able to talk to you guys later on tonight. If not, I'll be talking to you guys like this tomorrow morning, breaking down these 2 games because, oh, baby, it's a big time for the Toronto Blue Jays. A great win last night, but you can't get too ahead of yourself. You got 3 more games to go against this Red Sox squad starting at 3:07, all right, today. So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and you enjoyed the W last night, because there's nothing like a 12-4 whomping of the Boston Red Sox in a playoff race, smack the like button. I do appreciate that, guys. Hit the subscribe button if you've not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game. What'd you like, what'd you not like from today's game today? If I missed anything, let me know in the comments below. Twitter is down below for myself. Follow up, send me DMs, all that great stuff. The Instagram link is down below, so follow up there if you have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys, Jays Edition, either later on tonight or tomorrow morning. As the Blue Jays, oh boy, the doubleheader session. Here we go. 3:07 first pitch, Robbie Ray, Nick Pivetta, Jose Berrios, and Tanner Houck. 7:07 first pitch at Rogers Center. The doubleheader today. 2 massive games for the Toronto Blue Jays, all right? So thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the game last night. We'll talk to you guys then.